Hello, this is Dr. Rock. In this video, we're going to go over the DRS Fundus Camera. This is what it looks like. This is the side that the patient puts their chin here with their forehead touching. Now, when the patient puts their chin on here, you're going to hear it actually click, and the camera will not start unless this is pushed down by their chin. On the other side is where the screen is. So there is a search button, and if your patient is established and they have done the photos before, they'll be in the database. So you would click here. This is a touch screen, and you would start typing your patient's last name. So I'm going to use my name here, and then if they are in the database, they will pop up. So you can click their name, and then you can begin the photos. But let's say that they are a new patient. I'm going to go home here. If they are a new patient or they have never done the photos before, we need to add them. So we would click here, we would add their last name. So you would finish typing that. You would add their first name, date of birth, and then select their gender, and then you would hit save. And then from here, when the patient gets aligned, the start button will highlight green. So if I reach over here, so I just press down on the chin rest, and now the start button is highlighted green. That means that it is ready to start the photos. But if the patient were to lift their chin, now it will no longer start the photos. This is the button that I did click to get to the search function if they are already in the database, and then you start to type in their last name. So I have my name pulled up here, and we're going to do just a screening fundus photo. So we do offer screening fundus photos to every patient over the age of 10. This here, you would select which eye you want to do. Most of the time we just keep it highlighted on OU for both eyes. And then this is an automatic machine, so it is going to take the photo on its own. So I'm going to let it run through an automatic photo of my eyes. After both eyes are done, we want to make sure that the photos are of good quality, that the patient didn't blink or there's any eyelashes in the way. So we're going to look at each photo that popped up. This is the right eye and the left. I don't see any eyelashes or eyelids, so those are good. If you did see anything blocking it, we could always redo that one eye. So let's say just the right eye is bad. We don't have to repeat both eyes. We can just change it to right eye only and redo that photo. If the doctor requests a different fixation, so the camera does default to central nasal, but sometimes we have to take a photo in a different quadrant of the retina. So we would go to the settings button, and here it shows the fixation. So central nasal is already selected, but we can change it to temporal, inferior, nasal, superior, superior temporal, whatever the doctor requests, and then we can take the photos in that fixation. Now, once the photo is completed, and let's say that you just did a superior temporal photo, we do want to go back in once we are completely done and change it back to central nasal. Otherwise, the next patient to sit down, their photo will start to go in the different fixation that you selected. So we need to change it back to central nasal. Once your photos are complete, we need to upload them to the patient's chart. So we do that from one of the computers in any of the exam rooms. So we're going to log into Revolution and we're going to pull up the patient's chart. So I'm going to pull up my chart from today. And then we're going to go down to health testing, go to the second page, the internal ocular evaluation. And down in the right-hand corner is the posterior pull section. So from here, we'll click the upload button, which is the second button here, and click upload and choose file. I'm going to hold this up here because I don't know if some other patients' names will pop up. So you do have to go to, it automatically popped up here, but sometimes it doesn't. You have to be in this DRS folder, which you can see over here on the left. And then when you click on that DRS, you double click on the shared photo, or folder, I'm sorry. And then your photos are automatically saved in this folder. So your patients should be towards the top because we just did them. So you're going to select your patient's left eye first, the OS. And then we need to assign it to the photos folder. So we'll click on photos and then click upload. And now we need to go back in and upload their second eye. So I will click on choose file. And now click on the patient's right eye. And then again, we'll assign it to the photos folder and then click upload. So the reason that we click on the left eye first is because that way when we do the right eye is here at the top, followed by the second eye. That's just a preference for the doctors because in the exam room, when we present the photos to the patients, we usually want to present the right eye first, which will be here on the top, followed by the left eye on the bottom. We just prefer to do right eye, left eye. If you do upload them backwards, it's not a big deal, but we just prefer if you can remember to do the left eye first and then do the right eye so it's there on top. Once they are uploaded, we'll hit close. We can hit next to make sure it saves, and then we can sign out of the patient's chart. Once you're done using the machine, we do want to clean it off. So you're going to take an alcohol wipe and we'll wipe where the chin was and where the forehead touched.